Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel 100% Pure Elvis. The next item that I want to share with you all today from my Elvis Presley collection is the 2007 release of Elvis the King. This is a CD single box set, and what you had to do was you had to collect all CD singles across the 18 weeks of the release to complete the whole box set. And again, it comes in a beautiful red box here, and the eye being an image of Elvis from the 68 special. And as you can see, quite a sturdy box, and it's a limited edition numbered box, and my number is 11023. On the bottom it shows you the CD singles that you needed to collect over the 18 weeks of its release. And again, all of the CD singles that I'm about to show you inside all re-entered the UK top 20 when they were re-released for this box set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you each individual CD single inside, and I want to talk you through the peak positions that they reached in the UK and the US charts. So we will start with Heartbreak Hotel. So Heartbreak Hotel was released in 1956, and in the UK this song reached number 2, and in the US it reached number 1. And on the B side of this CD single was the classic I Was the One. Now for me, a favourite early song of mine, Heartbreak Hotel. I love hearing that song, and again, a well-deserved number 1 in the US of A and a number 2 in the United Kingdom. The second one in the collection is Blue Suede Shoes, and Blue Suede Shoes was a 1956 release. Now in the UK it reached the top 10, reaching number 9, and in the US of A it reached number 20, and on the B side was Tutti Frutti. Now as you can see, each CD single has its own unique collector's number. The next one in the collection is Hound Dog, with the B-side being Don't Be Cruel. Now, Hound Dog was a 1956 release, and in the United Kingdom it reached number 2, and in the United States it reached number 1, and the double A side of Don't Be Cruel. So again, two classic Elvis songs there from the 1950s. The next one is Let Me Be Your Teddy Bear, and this was a 1957 release, and in the United Kingdom it reached number 3, and in the United States it reached number 1, and on the B side you had Loving You, and again, as you can see, it's got its limited edition number. Each one has a barcode at the bottom, so obviously that was because these were weekly CD singles that you needed to collect. The next one is Party, and Party was released in 1957, and in the United Kingdom this reached number 2, and in the United States it reached number 3. And on the flip side you had Got a Lot of Living to Do, and again it's got its limited edition number at the bottom there. The next one is Don't, and Don't, which was a 1958 release, reached number 2 in the United Kingdom, and it reached number 1 in the United States, and it had the flip side of I Beg of You. And again, I prefer the flip side on this. I prefer I Beg of You. The next one we have is Hardheaded Woman. Again, a 1958 release, and it reached number 2 in the United Kingdom and number 2 in the United States. On the flip side, we had Don't Ask Me Why, and again, two great tracks there from Elvis from the 1950s. Which is your favourite out of the two? I would go for Hard-Headed Woman. The next one we have is King Creole, which again is a 1958 release, song from the movie of the same name. On the flip side, we have, let's have a look. On the flip side of this, we have Dixieland Rock and King Creole Alternate Take 18. And King Creole in the United Kingdom reached number 2. And in the United States charts reached number 2 also. The next one in the collection is A Big Hunk of Love. And A Big Hunk of Love, which was released in 1959. And in the United Kingdom, it reached number 4. And in the United States, it reached number 1. And on the flip side was My Wish Came True. And again, with the limited edition number at the bottom. The next one in the box set is Wear My Ring Around Your Neck. And this is a 1958 release. And in the UK, this reached number 3. And in the United States, it reached number 2. On the flip side, you had Don't You Think It's Time. And again, I love both of them songs from Elvis from the 1950s. The next one we have is Viva Las Vegas. So again, Viva Las Vegas was a 1964 release, and in the United Kingdom this only reached number 17, and in the United States it reached number 29. And as we know, it's from the movie of the same name. And the flip side, we had, what did I say? And Viva Las Vegas Alternate Takes 1 and 2. On the flip side here, it's the same image, but obviously promoting, what did I say? The next one is the awe-inspiring If I Can Dream. As we all know, this is a 1968 release. And in the United Kingdom, this had a peak position of number 11. And in the United States, it had a peak position of number 12. And again, I was very surprised that this didn't reach higher in the United Kingdom. I thought easily should have been a top 10 single for Elvis. Also in America, I think it should have reached higher in the Billboard Top 100. On the flip side, you had the beautiful song Memories. The next one in the collection is the beautiful In the Ghetto, and this was a 1969 release by Elvis, and In the Ghetto reached number 2 in the United Kingdom and reached number 3 in the United States. And it has the flip side of Any Day Now and came from the album From Elvis in Memphis. The next one is one of his most famous songs, Suspicious Minds. Suspicious Minds was a 1969 release, and in the UK this reached number 2, and in the United States it reached number 1. Again, for me, this had number 1 written all over it for the UK charts, but got to a peak position of number 2. And on the flip side, you had You'll Think of Me. Both amazing songs from Elvis there. The next one is You Don't Have to Say You Love Me, which is a 1970 release from Elvis. In the United Kingdom, this reached a peak position of number 9, and in the United States, a peak position of number 11. And again, I also love the original by Dusty Springfield, but Elvis did a great cover version of this. And on the flip side, you had Patch It Up, another great song. The next one, Always on My Mind, and this was a 1972 release from Elvis. And Always on My Mind in the United Kingdom peaked at number 9 in the United Kingdom and number 16 in the United States. For me, deserved so much better on both sides of the Atlantic. I thought in the United Kingdom, reaching only number 9 for such a beautiful song, for me, it should have been a number 1 all over. And in the United States, I think it easily should have reached the top 10. And also, I just love the B-side, the flip side of Separate Ways. Such a beautiful song from Elvis. But again, there we have Always on My Mind, flip side of Separate Ways. The next one is an American Trilogy, which was a 1972 release by Elvis. And again, I absolutely love this song. I love it. I love hearing Elvis sing this live. And in the United Kingdom, this had a peak position of number 8. And in the United States, it only reached number 66. So again, if anyone on my channel who is a subscriber comes from the United States, why do you think it only reached number 66 in the United States? I'd love to know why you think it only reached that high of a position. And it had a flip side of The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face. Again, I love both of these songs, and for me, absolutely love hearing Elvis sing that song, An American Trilogy. And the last one in the box set is Burning Love, which is a 1972 release from Elvis. In the United Kingdom, this reached a peak position of number 7. And in the United States, it had a peak position of number 2. And again, great image of Elvis there on the front cover. And the flip side is It's a Matter of Time. And again, both great tracks. And there is my complete review of Elvis The King, the CD singles box set. Out of the 18 CD singles that I have just shown you, which is your favourite? Do you have a favourite out of them singles? And again, I will be uploading the number 1's box set also, and that is where they reached the number 1 position in the UK. This one is the CD singles or the releases that Elvis didn't reach number 1 in the United Kingdom. But again, I wanted to share the peak positions in the UK charts and the United States charts. Again, if you're new to this channel, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and give me a massive thumbs up. It will help make my channel grow. And as I always say, any questions about this upload, please ask in the comments below and I will reply to you as soon as I possibly can. And in the meantime, please keep Elvis close to your hearts. Please keep on playing his music, and love to you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.